It's time to mind your business with me, Jamillah Lodge. Tune in to find out how to mind your business with BEDC, special guest entrepreneurs, industry experts, and more. Brought to you by BEDC. Bermuda business starts here. So welcome to Mind Your Business, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. I'm your host, Jamillah Lodge.
Hi, Jamillah.
Hi. And you, of course, are special guest Tomei, Swan, and Jaylen Ever.
Yes.
Now, before we get started, so I knew Tomei when she was like little. I know. So to see you now as this entrepreneur and you running your own business, it's like, it's so rewarding.
Oh my God.
It's so exciting for me. I just want to put that out there. But before we start talking about like your journey and all of that, just tell me a little bit about yourself. So Tomei, for those who don't know you.
Yes. So my name is Tomei. I'm 25 years old. I recently just moved back. It's been a year.
Okay.
It turned a year on the 7th of August. I was in England for almost 10 years.
Oh, wow.
And I came back to be with my best friend and to start our business together. So.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. I didn't know that. So that's what brought you back.
Yeah, that's literally the reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you tell me a little bit about yourself, Jaylen.
Hi, I'm Jaylen. I'm also 25. She came back in 2024 for my wedding, and literally I didn't want to let go of her. I've been wanting her to move back all this time. And she came back a little bit later than that, and we started like brainstorming. And then I think a month after that, she moved back fully.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We had this like great session where we were sitting down and like really on a blank piece of paper, just creating like different ideas of what we wanted to do and what we could do. And then by like 3 hours later, we had like 4 pieces of paper.
9.
Tomei's like, get it right.
9 pieces of paper back to front of like
Literally.
different ideas and what we could do. And
I was like, oh my gosh, this makes sense. Well, this connects into this. This is what we could do for here.
It just flew. And then the next month she moved back fully, and it kicked off from there.
Yeah.
So Milk and Honey was obviously one of the ideas.
Yeah.
And so how did you settle on that one?
So we had an idea, well, we still have an idea of another business.
Okay.
But that takes a lot of planning, a lot of things we need to figure out with importing and stuff like that. So we were like, how do we, like, what's something that we can create that's like marketable to create capital that can get our names out there, like to start our business, I guess. Like,
yeah.
Because Milk and Honey is just one business under our like umbrella company.
So you guys are world domination type ladies.
Absolutely.
So I went to pastry school.
Yeah.
So it was just like a no-brainer.
Okay. So you went to pastry school, and Jaylen?
My background, I grew up working on Stevens Lunch Wagon. My family owns that business.
Okay.
So I actually was working there during COVID. So I had like a bit of knowledge in terms of like what it takes to run like a food business. That was where my experience came from. And then it was just felt like a natural like alignment.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does seem like a natural alignment. What I am intrigued about is that you came home to start your own business. Like most people come home and they're like, oh, I'm going to get a job or whatever the case may be. And you're like, oh no, I'm going to come home and start this business with my best friend.
Because we knew that this was going to work. Like literally.
Oh yeah. Like I think it's one thing we don't doubt, like especially when we feel like God is the center of it, and it's obviously our business's purpose. It's faith based.
Yeah.
So once we
I didn't know that, so we can talk about that later.
Yeah, not many people do actually, but yeah, it's faith based. So once that was in alignment with that, it was like okay, like no breaks.
Okay, so take me through the faith base, take me through the name, how you arrived, all of that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Take that. Okay. Because Milk and Honey wasn't even our first name.
No.
Like, we had to really workshop the name. But Milk and Honey, basically, what it represents biblically is abundance. And we really just wanted to make abundance accessible for everybody. And so Milk and Honey just felt like the perfect name. And then for a food-based business, it was like Milk and Honey. Like, it just sweetness, wholesomeness. So that's where Milk and Honey arrived. Yeah. And it was just like, when we got the name, it was like...
It was a light bulb moment.
Literally, it was like a click. Something went off. And it was
we
just
were literally sitting in the car eating Jamaican grill.
Yeah.
And we were like...
Shout out to Jamaican Grill.
Shout out to Jamaican Grill on the causeway. Like, yeah, and it just happened. So.
We were like ratting off names. And this doesn't, no, that's not working. Like, it was just a hilarious moment. of like these are horrible names, and Milk and Honey was like, oh my goodness, and then like the spelling and everything, like it just made sense.
Yeah, and Tomei actually came up with, because it's not even spelled out, Milk and Honey.
Yeah.
Right.
Tomei actually came up with the MLKHNY as like a modern twist on it.
It's just edgy and cool.
Yeah. And it phonetically it still works, right?
Yeah,
You're still gonna get milk and honey when you see how it's spelled.
And people like always think like Milk and Honey anyway.
Yeah.
Like they look at it and they think they assume Milk and Honey. So, yeah, it works.
It does work. It does work, and it's pretty cool at that. So when you talk about being a pastry chef and having that food kind of service experience, how did you determine what you were gonna make, or do you just? Is it you run the gamut?
Well, we started with a bunch of different things. Yeah. We did cupcakes, Rice Krispies, well, we still do. Yeah. But we started off at this birthday party for Jaylen's coworker. It was like mini cupcakes. Then we were venturing into cookies, just a little bit. Rice Krispie treats, cakes. Mm-hmm. But then we started like recipe testing and stuff like that. And the cookies were what hit.
Okay.
But we ended up taking, and brownies as well. We do brownies as well. We ended up taking cookies because we were part of Ignite to our first Ignite session, just as like a sampler, just to like get our name out there.
Yeah.
And that's what started it.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, oh my goodness, like
these are delicious.
Yeah. Like,
you guys
how do I get
this?
these? Like where do I go?
I love it. So let's talk a little bit about some of the names and flavors, right? Of your cookies and other things. So Spice Valley, Gumby, like obviously these are very Bermudian inspired names, but how do you decide what to name what?
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay. I think, but obviously with the Bermudian named cookies, like we're Bermudian, so we wanted that to be something that we hit on. Like we want the culture, we want the community, so that was easy. But in terms of like now, like our new flavors, it's always just like a back and forth, like collaboration. It's like someone would throw out one idea and then we throw out another and then we land on whichever one makes sense. But it's very creative. Like everything that we've done up to this point it just feels right. I don't know how to explain it other than like it just feels
because like right. Even like for example the Spice Valley, we used to go to church at T&T Dome, which was Spice Valley. Yeah. My brother used to play football at Spice Valley. So because of the cinnamon sugar spice cookie, Spice Valley makes sense. Like it's just nostalgic.
Sense.
We love nostalgia. Yeah. And bringing back to like old school Bermudian flavors and stuff like that. Gumby, it's like a rainbow cookie. Yeah. With all the different colors in there.
Oh, cute.
Gumby outfit. So.
I mean, it makes sense, and I think what you guys, it's a great way to differentiate. You know what. Your cookie from any other cookie out there. And it's funny, I had a previous conversation with a group, a partnership, a couple, mother and daughter duo, and just talking about the dynamics of the partnership and how theirs work so well. So I'd ask you the same question, like, how do you guys make your partnership work?
Well, trust. I think that's like our biggest thing.
Okay.
Like Jaylen just trusted me completely with the recipes and stuff like that. And even like me coming back and doing this, like I trust Jaylen, I trust like her judgment. Yeah. And I trust that like our brains together can create something amazing. A mega brain. Yeah. Because like we've been friends since we were 7 years old. We have like matching tattoos. So I say 7. So it's like we've been here all this time rocking and
of course you can do this.
Yeah. It was actually, it was no doubt at all. Literally, it was just like, And
our support system is insane.
Yeah. Really? Okay, talk about that then. Because that's important.
Yeah, no, it is. It's
crazy.
Like, her family's been super supportive. Yeah. Like, we started in her,
it's in my kitchen. Yeah. In my kitchen, and my grandparents have just moved aside and just...
They're like, we just use a microwave in the corner. We gotta...
They just moved aside, and I've got my own drawer. I got my cabinets and stuff like that. I didn't even ask. I just gradually just started taking stuff out, and I was just like, yeah, this is mine. Excuse me, sorry, this can't legally, according to health department, can't be in there. So please let's remove this. Like,
do not touch.
I love it, but I think that speaks to the importance of having that support system, right? Because you couldn't do it if it wasn't for their kitchen, right? And for them allowing you to do it. But I also think it speaks to them believing in you and seeing that, okay, they're determined, so let me not be an impediment. Let me be part of the reason why they're going to succeed but I get you didn't give them an option. It sounds like Tomei, like.
But they got a piece. They got their samples. I have to limit them because of sugar, but they got their samples for sure.
They're rewarded.
Yeah.
I love it. So I would ask, what's been the most rewarding part of launching this business venture together? You said several things that I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But what for you has been the most rewarding?
I think like people believe in us, like the public.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because we just, obviously like we love our product and stuff like that. But like, just random people just coming up. Even Dennis, he just came and shook our hand and was like, oh, like, I've heard so much about you. It's like, oh my goodness. Like,
how do you know? You're like, literally.
Like, what? Like, oh my gosh, it's always so surreal. It's always so surreal. Like, people just on the street, Jaylen was sending a voice note, like, oh my goodness, I just had the cutest interaction. Like, someone yelled out across the street to me, like, I need cookies. Like, it's like, stuff like that.
Crazy. Like, and they've become like our community. So to have that community is just like, it's insane. Like Tomei said, like obviously we love our product, we think it's great, but the feedback that we got, like that first Ignite meetup, that was like overwhelming.
Yeah.
We were like, oh my gosh, like we didn't know, like it was such a high energy and such like great feedback. We were just like, oh my goodness, like on a high, and I feel like we're still on that high.
I remember the elevator ride down to like the parking lot, and we were just like, so what just happened?
Literally,
that was interesting.
But it lets you know you're on the right path.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
So, what is your dream for Milk and Honey? Like, how do you see yourself, let's say, in the next 3 years, 3 to 5 years? Like, what are you striving towards?
So, we want, like, a brick and mortar for sure. Mm-hmm. We want to have, like, community events, like food events, where we bring, like, different small businesses or, like, other home bakers and stuff like that to create things that, like, are different in Bermuda and for the community. More like community-based things. So, like, we want to do more with charity.
Yeah. Even just collaborating with, like, locals and, like, artists or other food creatives. I think collaboration is something that we really value. Mm-hmm. So, to have that be something in your future would be amazing. Like Tomei said, like a brick and mortar or just more people having access to our cookies, period. Mm-hmm. And then I think the event that we had with BEDC, just even reaching an international market and showcasing Bermuda internationally would be, like, a dream. Yeah.
That's great. So, the event that you're speaking about is the Event and Culture Summit, which you guys attended in New York.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But I think our goal, like I was saying to you before we got started, is to increase local entrepreneurs' exposure to international markets, right? And so as you seek to scale your business in Bermuda, there's nothing preventing you from scaling outside of Bermuda, outside of the fact that you don't know how to do it, who to do it with, and that sort of thing. So that was an opportunity to at least get your feet wet. You can go and see what it's like. So from that experience, what was like your biggest takeaway from that?
So we had a guy come to the store, try one of the cookies. I think he like stepped away and then came back
and tried another one.
Yeah. And then he was like, he's in pastry school and he was wondering if he can like work out some way, be an intern, like come to Bermuda and intern in Milk and Honey. And that was like a crazy thing because like, huh?
It was mind-blowing because it was just like, you want to come, like, we were like, we're not locally based in New York, and he was like, no, that's fine.
Like, we can figure it out.
He said we can figure it out.
Literally, he was like, I would love to, you don't even have to pay me, like, just an intern, just to learn, just to contribute. And it was just like, whoa, like, we didn't even think that would be something that happened.
There was another guy, he came by, he was trying the cookies. He was, like, telling people to come over and try them as well. And for us, like for me specifically, like there's a lot of things that we do that like you don't know if people actually see them and stuff like that. So like we had like all these pamphlets out that like our information, our sustainability pledge, our wholesale brochure and stuff like that. And he literally went through every single one, was like reading stuff, like asking us questions, and it's like, wow, like you actually care about like what we have to say, like. That was like a really big thing because he went from, okay, this one's done, he closed it very neatly, moved on to the next, and it was like, wow, like he's actually taking the time to like read what we have to say.
Yeah. And you know what I will say to that is that you never know who it is, right? And so it could be some, person who doesn't even look like they have anything, but they could be an investor, right?
Yeah.
So they're trying to find out about you, what you do, what your beliefs are, to decide whether or not they want to invest in your business.
Yeah.
And those are the kind of opportunities that I would love to see created for our entrepreneurs, which is why we do that kind of stuff, right? Because can you imagine? Oh my God. They'd be like, so we would like to invite you to, you know? So I don't know. I mean, I think that's great. And I want to see how your business develops and all of that. Because literally, how old are you guys in terms of your business? You're 25, but how old is the business?
We launched in February.
Yeah.
We think about it all the time.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Insane. Like literally insane.
And this is what you do full time?
This one, me full time.
Tomei full
Jen
time.
has a full time job as
part
well.
time.
So, and then this type of, I don't know what it is. Crazy? Maybe I'll call it that for lack of a better word. Crazy in a good way, that this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And it's going to work. And it's going to sustain me and whomever else is working in the business, I think is a true entrepreneurial spirit. Right?
Yeah.
So did you ever, is that what you always knew you were going to be working for yourself?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
Like I said, like it was just when we came back. And I remember like I was so nervous to come back because it's like I'm betting on myself. Like yes us together, but like what we make, what we sell is like from my brain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I remember like when I was packing up my apartment and I was just like I was sitting on the floor. It was nothing even in there. And I was just like, wow, like I'm leaving tomorrow. Like my job's, I've quit. I don't have a job.
Yeah.
Like this is what we're gonna have to do. If we have to make it work. There's literally no other option. We have to make it work. And here we are.
Here you are, girl. And people are hollering at you across the street. I love your cookies. So in terms of how you get your name out there and what you do, what are some of the things that you do to make sure people know who Milk and Honey is?
So it's just been word of mouth.
Crazy,
We've
right?
done like $1-2 marketing on Instagram.
What?
But it's mostly just...
It's word of mouth.
Really?
Yeah.
Which is crazy. So that means if you do something,
exactly,
what type of impact would you have?
Literally, like we have no idea because we've been blessed up to this point and it's just been word of mouth. So we can only imagine what's gonna happen when we start pushing it.
Yeah,
like it's insane.
It is insane, and it's exciting at the same time, right? Because
I'm like shaking.
At this point, it's limitless, right?
Yeah.
It's what you put in, you will get out. So in terms of how you're getting the cookies in the hands of people, what sorts of things are you doing? How do you sell them? I heard you mention wholesale. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so we do offer wholesale, but right now we sell on Instagram as well as Sargasso.
Okay.
We are in conversations with a few stores, but right now it's just Instagram and Sargasso.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to have to start cranking out them cookies. Listen, I'm like, you need a bigger oven or whatever. And you know BDC runs a commercial kitchens program, right? So listen, when you need to give your grandparents their kitchen back, then please do check in with us to see if we have something available. Okay. But it's really exciting to see, the energy that you have is palpable. The fact that you guys are easily work together is also really great. Like your whole ideation process where you started with 9 and then you decided on 1. But I also heard you say that you got another one in the works. This one is just trying to fund the other one.
I think we have how many businesses?
Like 3 or 5.
3 or 5.
But they keep coming.
Yeah.
Literally every day. It's like, well, not every day, but like there's things that we see and it's like, oh, this could work.
Yeah,
this could be something.
We have a Excel sheet, just full of ideas, and the next one bleeds into the other one.
Yeah, they all connect.
They all connect, but this one is the one that we wanted to build our audience, build our community.
Everyone loves food.
Everyone loves cookies.
Everybody loves food.
Literally.
Listen, I have some cookies here. Y'all can hate if you want, but I am so excited to finish this interview so that I can. And do I have to share them? I probably should share them with the team, huh?
I would say
that's always a tricky question because we get that question a lot, and it's just like, well,
sharing is caring. I will share.
but they're big enough you can cut them and still get your fix.
Okay.
Yeah.
But are you gonna want to share that?
Probably not, but I will overcome that and do the right thing. No, but thank you so much for bringing it, because I think to experience what you're saying, I'm looking forward to it. So what do I have in here? Which one?
So you have a gumbe, you have a Spice Valley, an icon, and then also a Royal G. So it's a Oreo cookie. We put out a competition for someone to name it, and the person named it Royal G because it's a cookies and cream cookie.
Yeah,
so it's black and white and red all over.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Like that in itself is a way to engage, like your audience and all of that, and so they're part of the whole kind of process.
Literally, we really like value that community and collaboration. So even in terms of like our next ideas of like flavors, some have come from just people being like, "Can you guys do this?"
Exactly.
And we're always like,
"Yeah."
Maybe let's see.
It's
literally,
she figure it out.
It's a yes. We will figure it out. And then it's like even we had one of our returning clients. They were like, "Can you do like a? It's not released this flavor, but a peach cobbler."
Oh.
And she was like, "You can even use peaches from my backyard."
Yeah.
Like, and it's just like
not local peaches.
Insane.
Literally local peaches. It's just crazy. Like she didn't have to offer that and like even suggest an idea, but she did, and now that's something that's in the works. So.
And you know, I'm a Southern girl from Atlanta, Georgia, and peach cobbler is a thing down there. You know, they call them Georgia peaches for a reason. So if you need taste testers, I'm just volunteering myself.
Absolutely.
So the other thing I wanted to give you a chance to discuss is you're a pastry chef. You're in the food services industry, and if you could have like a dream collab with another chef or a creative, who would it be?
Yeah.
A few ideas on this one.
Okay. So I would say Tabitha Brown. We love Tabitha Brown. We love Tab. She's a public speaker. She's a philanthropist. She's a chef, a vegan chef. I think like us creating a vegan cookie or dessert specifically for kale would be like insane. I think especially this is in our like our introduction, but there's like a little piece that we put at the bottom where it's like about like food preferences and stuff like that, because we want to cater to like different types of dietary preferences. So it says like your dessert won't taste like kale unless you want it to, and then like it's just like something like that. Like I think it would just be so cool just to like, you know.
So you gonna add Tabitha Brown once it's there, right?
Yes, and she just came to Bermuda, so it's like Bermuda exists. We're here, we're ready.
Exactly.
So,
and she's gonna be at I think it's called Invest Fest.
Yes.
In Atlanta.
Okay.
Which some of us are attending.
Oh my goodness.
We see.
I'm just saying. Listen, you put it out into the environment and the atmosphere, and then you make it happen, right? Like you did with this business.
Exactly, yeah.
Literally, you just got up and left and was like, okay, I'm going to start this business. Which takes a lot of guts, right?
What were yours?
So my idea basically, if we could collab with like local Bermudian legends, so like maybe like Flora Duffy, Nikki Wells, or even like Bermudian chefs like Tian Hassel, or even artists like Shanna Hollis, like just getting different creatives and different people who have already set the foundation for Bermuda worldwide. Like that would be like iconic. So like maybe an icon box or just.
Oh, I love it.
I'm like, she's like, I love it.
Yeah, I think that would be so cool. Like maybe have their favorite dessert or their favorite like cheat meal, obviously for the athletes, but just kind of.
Jaylen, see this
I get it now.
You're watching
I get it now. I'm like watching it in real time, and I'm like, yes,
literally.
Let's do it. That is so exciting.
And I love how excited you are.
Yeah.
And you haven't tried them yet.
I haven't tried it, but the idea, the whole story behind it, I'm like into it, right? Yeah. And I think that probably is why you've had such a big impact in such a short time, is because the things that you're saying and the things you're willing to try resonate with people. Like, I can't wait. Like, I'm already visioning what the box looks like. Like, I'm ready for it. So, all of what you said is going to happen. I'm putting it out there, and I know it's going to happen.
No turds on that.
No, I love it. So I would love for you to provide some words of encouragement or advice to other young people who may be on the fence. They're not sure whether they should do it. Like, what would you say? to them?
I would say to just do it. Like, just go for it. Take a chance on yourself. No one is going to ride harder for you than yourself.
Literally.
So if you're not willing to do it, no one's going to back you.
Right.
I think, and also, I do have a point that I got from the events in Culture Summit.
Yes.
Someone had said, like, to use audacity. And
Yeah.
we do, that's literally how we go about, like, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Even signing up for the event, was just like a very, like, everyday Tuesday afternoon, like, oh, hey, Jails, I did this, don't know how it's going to work, but, yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Like, literally, you have to just go for it. Like, use audacity.
I remember when Tomei had called me when she was like, Jaylen, I flying too close to the sun.
Yeah.
And I was like, what happened? She was like,
I was like,
got it.
I was like, are you sitting down?
Literally. I was like, what do you mean we got it? They were like, no, we got it. Like, we have to go to New York,
Yeah.
and this is the thing that's not happening. It's just like, okay.
Jaylen was like, okay, I'm going to have to call you back.
Literally, but it was crazy, and like we're so thankful because like you said, we only launched in February.
Yeah.
So to now be a part of something that huge, like you have no idea how much that meant to us. So thank
Yeah.
you.
You're
Again, no
welcome.
tourists. But it's just really incredible. So like so any entrepreneur, anybody, period, just do it. Like we
Yeah.
never know what's gonna come from it.
Or just start, I guess. Just start.
Yeah.
Like-
It doesn't have to be perfect.
No, not at all.
It doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be.
If you would have seen our first box, our first cookies, they
They were something that any other could like.
we loved them. Like,
we
they
loved
were
it.
great.
Tasted
Yeah.
amazing. We
But we
worked
just
out
needed to
the
tweak it and
appearance.
make it perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then even our original idea, like, don't be afraid to also pivot. Because even our original idea of what we thought, like, Milk and Honey was
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
be
yeah.
is not what it ended up being.
Yeah.
But, like, it's so much better now. So also, like, don't think that it has to be perfect. It has to be this. It has to be like that. Just do it.
You guys are speaking like seasoned entrepreneurs, by the way, because I'm like, wait a minute. We be teaching this in class, and people still be side-eyeing us like we
Oh
don't
my
know.
gosh.
But I think what you're saying is great,
Yeah.
and it's encouraging, and it's inspiring. And I say all the time to people, if you're not in it, there's no chance you can win it.
Literally.
So what if, right? What
Yeah.
if you did it and you actually got it?
Exactly.
And I think you guys are like living proof
Yeah.
of the what
So
if
good.
you actually did
That's so
it,
insane.
right?
Yeah.
February?
February.
That was like yesterday.
I know.
It was like yesterday. That's exciting. It's really exciting to see how far you've come
Thank you.
in just that short time, because I can only imagine how much you're going to grow. Like, you know what I mean? In
Yeah.
the upcoming months. So I'm excited for you guys.
Thank you so much.
And listen, who knows, y'all? You might putting it into speaking it into existence. Tab.
Yes.
Shout out to
Tabitha, if
Tabitha
you're seeing
Brown.
this.
Holla at these
Literally.
ladies. But no, I think it's great. And so in terms of that idea, right? Because obviously this is not a vegan cookie.
Yeah.
But
We do have vegan cookies too.
see?
Yeah.
And so that's what I want to talk a little bit more about is how you determine what you're willing to do. Because some people are like, this is my lane, I'm staying in it, and I don't do that. So how do you...
For me, for specifically dietary preferences,
Okay.
like having friends that are like gluten-free. I don't know if you've seen the gluten-free products that are on the market, specifically in the UK.
Yeah.
They aren't appetizing. They don't look appetizing. There's nothing to them. They're just like a block of like
Yes.
something.
I've had
You know?
something
Yeah.
by accident and was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be like that.
Right.
It doesn't.
okay.
So why can't we just tap into the market?
Yeah.
And give everyone
Give
something.
something
Yeah.
that's gonna
Yeah.
make them smile and make them
Exactly.
happy. Okay.
And not like mess up their stomach.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that I think is a great differentiator, right? Because I can get my cookie with all the fat and butter and all the other good stuff in it, and then you could also get something that appeals to your appetite, and
Yeah.
then we're both happy.
And
we're
it
both
tastes the exact
smiling.
same. Exactly.
Yes.
And then
How you do that? That's like chemistry, right?
right, literally.
I'm like, she's like, I went to school, so I know what I'm doing. No, that's great. That's great. So I'm going to ask you about future Milk and Honey, right? Because I know you have 20 million other ideas.
Yes.
So is it your idea in terms of this business to keep it forever? Do you see it growing up and then you selling it off to somebody else? How do you see it in the very far future?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think definitely with Milk and Honey, I don't think we would sell it. Like, I don't see that for us. We definitely want it to get to a point where we don't have to necessarily be the ones in the kitchen, but we'll always be like involved and behind the scenes of it, so that we can pursue like the other ideas that we have. But yeah, I just think it's always gonna be, it's our first and it's our baby. Like,
yeah,
it's not going anywhere.
I couldn't.
Literally, like, no, that made me want to cry because no, it would always like, it would always stay with us. Like, that never even like crossed my mind.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I never thought about selling. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Because
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
It's got so much meaning and like it's got so much passion into it. I couldn't personally want to do that. Yeah, no.
She's like, I'm sorry. Everybody's like, yeah. No, you just got started. There's so much more that you have to do. But I think that's one of the things. I was speaking with Nick Thompson of Scooter Mart, and he was saying that, you know, when Bermudians start businesses, it's like, I'm going to keep it forever. Whereas in other jurisdictions, they think about, how can I build this business to exit? Like, once I get to this level, then I can exit and start the next thing. So I was like, oh, well, let me just ask.
I think in terms of like that perspective, maybe franchising it.
Okay.
But not selling it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. I think that could work.
That feels aligned. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I love it. So for me, it's just thinking big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you guys are big thinkers.
Yeah.
I can tell. Like, you're already like conquering the world.
Thank you.
And so when it comes to this business, do the same thing. Whatever that is. You don't have to exit out, but just what is the biggest it can be? Why just keep it for just Bermudians?
Exactly.
You know, share the love.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, guess what?
No,
I swear.
You lied.
No, it's not.
We said this was gonna happen.
I swear I told you. It goes so
like 2
fast
minutes.
when we're having fun.
We just started.
We just started.
This is so much fun.
It is so much fun and so much more to talk about, which means you get to come back. No, we would love to have you back to find out what you've done next, what the updates have been, what new flavors are out. But before we wrap up, I'd love to give you an opportunity to remind people how to get the cookies. How do they reach out to you? Where do they find you? How do they place their orders?
Okay. So you can find us at Milk and Honey BDA on Instagram. You can also email us at milkandhoneybda@gmail.com. And you can also find us on the Sargasso app.
Milk and Honey.
Milk and Honey.
Yes.
MLKHNY.
Yes. Well, lovely. It has been a pleasure.
Thank
I am
you.
really excited for you.
Thank you so much for
Excited for what it's gonna become. And I can't wait for you guys to come back.
Thank you so
like
much.
and you'll get different cookies next time.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna be like, cancel all of those and book them first, please. No, I really have enjoyed this conversation, and I wish you continued success.
Thank
okay?
you. Oh my goodness.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Look, we minded our business today.
Yes.
Remember, if you don't mind your business, who will?
Literally.
Period.
Do it.
That was
Period.
clock it.
Thanks for tuning in to Mind Your Business with me, your host, Jamillah Lodge. Tune in next week, Thursday at 4 p.m. because if you don't mind your business, who will? Mind Your Business is brought to you by BEDC. Bermuda Business starts here.